Tána geartha siar sa budget seo ag cúrasteach ar na daoine is bochta sa sucaí seo. Tá sé deacair a hiagbháil go bhfuil lámh páirtí an lucht ibre mar tá cuma go bhfuil sé cumacha le Fine Gael. Most people will judge this budget over the next couple of weeks, and by then they will have seen the effects and the bones of what it means to them. We should judge it as to whether all sections of our society are treated fairly and the least well-off are protected. So far, the omens are not well. We have seen mainly Labour ministers stand over what are glaringly unjustifiable decisions. What planet were you on, Minister, when you thought that disability could be cut from anyone aged between 16 and 24? And the ensuing rollback is an example of the complete disconnect between yourself, your department, your party and the ordinary people. The huge cut of 66% in training and materials grant from 1,500 to 500 is a death knell to community employment schemes the length and breadth of the country. In the case of Finglas Meals on Wheels, which delivers 600 meals a week to senior citizens, people with mental health problems and people with referrals, this will be the death knell of this project. 33 people are employed there, 27 on CE, after 18 years service to the community, gone at the stroke of a pen. Glór na Gael and Ballymun is another example of CE losses. Local GAA clubs across the country and ones in my own area such as Erdens Oil, Setanta and other community projects who do invaluable work throughout our communities. We also know that cuts are intended in the drugs task forces. Projects are on their knees after years of austerity, having left them with no alternative but to cut frontline services. We are cutting resources to the Gardaí. We are closing down Garda stations such as Whitehall, and we're limiting other Garda stations such as Santry and Cabra. The effects of this and the cuts that you have put in place are going to have huge consequences across our areas in terms of crime and other effects. We have consistently argued that this is not necessary. There is a better way. There really are people out there with wealth who may even agree that they can make a bigger sacrifice. The trick is to ask them, and if necessary, to tell them that a capping of 100,000 on their wages in these crippling times is a price worth paying for the sake of the country and the sake of our people and our children. A new rate of VAT of 48% on earnings over 100,000 and a wealth tax of 1% on those with assets over $1 million. The gambling debts of bondholders should not be paid, and with the summit coming tomorrow, you should stand up and stand up for the rights of the Irish people and say that this is unacceptable. We all accept there's a budget deficit and we all accept it has to be closed. But I am pleading with you, these cuts in the CE schemes will have detrimental effects right across the whole country. And I'm pleading with you once again, and I spoke to your colleague Roisin Shortall, who's been on projects with me such as the drugs task forces. She knows how they're suffering. She knows how the likes of Meals on Wheels are being delivered in Finglas. She knows the line that they're treading, and I'm pleading with you to roll back on this particular issue as a matter of urgency. Thank you.